It's again transparency. Basically, the negotiations the proposed or the recommended negotiation skills are very similar with the Agile principles. I found it very interesting. So it's play with open cards. Yeah. Play with open card. Be transparent.
Transparency. Yeah.
Transparency, because this is important, that we don't have the feeling he's hiding or she's hiding something. She's staying with me. Well, there are, of course, three main different ways of negotiations. Like there is a constructive one, there is a manipulative and confrontative one. The confrontative one is when we have like somebody who is having like a higher position, like the boss, and the other ones are feeling below him. So she has the last word, but it's not negotiation in that case.
In product management, if you know the 5 animals of product management, or 5 dangerous animals of product management, we call this a HIPPO, highest paid person opinion.
Exactly. Very well. Yeah, exactly. And so in this kind of negotiations or conversations, we feel that it's not on the same level. So we are not really exchanging or changing our thoughts and arguments well. Open. So we don't do a good result here, because the solution is only working for one person and not for the other ones. And the other ones with the time will not do the game. So they will break all the rules. Well, we know that from the also, if the teams are not convinced what they are really estimating or committing, and if they do it because of the product owner or manager say you do it until the end of the month, no way. He or she are not delivering, they're delivering. This is important. And also the other art, which I said is the constructive one, from the Harvard model, it was one of the weak points, because the Harvard model for negotiation is based on the fact that the parties are using arguments, and they're really very constructive, they're really very clean, so kind of they ignored the emotional part, but it's important, very important, in order to be successful in the negotiations, to put focus on the person in front of you. How is the body language? How is the talk? How is speaking? The voice, very important. So this empathy is extremely important. And so this is what I recommend, and we all recommend when we want to come to really good solutions in negotiations, that we are listening our partners in front of us, right? Yeah, so lots of things, and I just wanted to say that one of the skills is to be agile and to follow what the solution, what's the best creative solutions for both of us. As I said about the sisters, if they were open and if they were listening to each other, if they were taking time to talk, to have breaks. The breaks are very important. The pauses, where to pause, where to continue, right? So not to rush. And that is what happens in the safe meetings sometimes, not sometimes, unfortunately, lots of times. We don't have, we are very tacted, very under pressure.
Yes.
It's good to pause and listen better and focus, and then to find the solution.
I was reading some time ago, for instance, I think maybe it was even a Harvard article about something, and that caught my attention, because it was about mediation, it was about negotiation as well, and they say that there's no such kind of thing as a win-win situation negotiation, because either you have a winner, and of course as a consequence you have a loser, or you have a lose-lose, but there is no such a thing as win-win, because everyone in a negotiation is going to lose something.
Yeah.
So if we are negotiating, for instance, just to bring it back to the to the safe context, we are two product managers, we are negotiating things, and I had to let go of some things, and you have to let go some things yourself as well. So there is no winner in this case. There are two losers to some
Correct.
extent, right?
Correctly.
What do you think about that? Does
I
it make
absolutely,
sense?
it makes sense that there is no, I'm absolutely behind what you said, that absolutely win-win, it doesn't exist. And if that's actually what the example with the two sisters and the orange also showed. I mean, from the first glance, you could say win-win situation. They both had the half of orange. The point is, they even didn't want it like this. It was lose-lose. So very often, what looks like win-win is lose-lose, and that's why in the let's say negotiation books and best practices, what they recommended, that it's important, of course very important, is the preparation, no? And in the preparation, the parties, each of us should know about the absolute no-go, so leave, where to leave, where just to say, you know what, it's fine, but I have to stop here, because for me, any other further ideas below or further of this limit is not working. So this is very, very helpful. It's even saving lots of resources, time, money, people, energy, to know where to stop, to know the limits, to say, we just lose if we go further. The other thing is, of course, the optimum. What is my absolutely North Star? I mean, what do I want? What would be great? I mean, of course, it would be stupid to expect it. I mean, if you get it, it means that it's not good enough. It's not high enough, because
It's all about expectations.
also, yeah. And if you get it very quickly from your partner, then it means that you ask too low. But what I want to say is that it's crucial to prepare with our lowest, highest, and middle goals, what we want to achieve. And in the safe context, it must be easier though, because we have the framework helps to bring together the deciders, the people, the parameters, and the safe framework should bring us, if we follow it, of course, and if we assume that we stick on the process, it will bring this information, these open cards, and it will show with the data. I mean, it will show data-driven, based on data. I mean, what is the best decision? So where shall we stop? Where is the place where I stop and give these decisions to go? So it must be easier. So according to this, yeah.
Cool. So as we are reaching the end of our podcast session of today, I would like to ask you then, based on your experience, what would be the three things that when you sit around the table to negotiate, what are the three things the people that they have to have in mind?
Okay. The first one, thank you for this opportunity that I say that I can express my three absolute recommendations for successful negotiation, or how to create value in the negotiation. The first one is to build trust. To build trust, I mean that we should be authentic, should be open, should listen also to the other ones, and focus on the needs of the other one, that we also show that we want to have a good solution, that we want to follow a common the common goal, in terms of we want to find the better solutions for each parties. It's not only because of me or you, it's because of some solution that gives us good way to continue. The second one is to find a common ground. What does it mean? To find the way, to create value in between our interests. So it means that if I know that you want the orange of the skin, but I don't want it, I want actually the fruit of the skin, then we should find a way to do that. So to know the interests and to find creative ideas, how to be more satisfied with less effort, so with less lose, with less waste. It's about waste. And the third one, of course, be agile. It means follow the flow of the conversation, listen to the listen also directly but also metaphorically, be open for the changes of the conversation, to be open to adapt to them, and be open for new solutions, propose new solutions that you even didn't think about them. I mean, didn't thought about them. These are the three ones.
Good. So if I took the notes, because of course I'm gonna use it for myself, right?
Thank you.
The three tips are: number one, be open, be transparent. Number two, be clear about your expectations and also be open about the expectations of your counterpart. And number
The
three,
yes.
be agile. Go with the flow, follow the flow. And
And if I can add another one, because you said
of
three, but
course, we
I have
always have
another one.
space for more
So-
one more.
Thank you. Think about the values. Don't forget the values. Don't lose the sight of your values.
Okay.
And
That's
this
a
is
good
scalable.
one.
Yeah, this is scalable. Yeah, every decision what we make is based on values. Then should be informed by your values. So this is I think important. Otherwise, we'll not be satisfied.
Very good. So, Galina, thank you very much for your participation. It was a pleasure to have you with me, and I'm pretty sure that the audience will love this conversation that we have had. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your Christmas market in Munich and the region, and I'll hope to talk to you soon again.
Thank you very much to you too, Eduardo. It's really a pleasure. I like the energy. And thank you for having me here. I also learned a lot from the conversation, and I also am looking forward for the next time.
Awesome. And if people want to get in touch with you, how can they find you then?
They can find that just go on LinkedIn, Galina Sabogal, or they can write me. They can find me in LinkedIn, and sparklesinmind.com is my page. You can see it here, sparklesinmind.com, and you can contact. I find me there.
Very good. Sparklesinmind.com.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. Great idea, by the way.
Thank
And again, thank you very much. Thanks a lot for your advice and for sharing your experience with us. Everyone, thank you very much for listening to this podcast episode of Listen to Unlearn, a podcast that is again proudly sponsored by Gladel Academy. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye-bye.